some of the most serious crimes.
Around the world, video is being used to expose abuses and advocate for change. Increasingly, it's also being used as part of investigations and as legal evidence.
A ferramenta do vídeo para produzir evidência é muito importante.
People have got to know whether or not their president's a crook.
1972. Washington, D.C. police arrest 5 burglars with political connections at the highest levels.
I said we had nothing to do with this foolishness.
We had no idea it would reach into the White House.
Well, I'm not a crook.
I had become the desk officer for the cover-up.
It was the first discussion of the Watergate cover-up with Nixon. He wrote that the president, quote, feels we should be on the attack for diversion and not just take it lying down. As the White House tried to quash the Watergate story, a young Washington Post reporter was digging deeper. On October 9, 1972, Bob Woodward headed to an underground parking garage and met his confidential source, who for years was known only as Deep Throat. How important was Deep Throat to the Watergate story? The mystery surrounding his identity exaggerated his significance, but his role was critical. Throughout the fall of 1972, Woodward returned to Deep Throat for new leads. In exchange, Woodward protected the identity of his source. It would be more than 30 years before his identity was revealed as Mark Felt, Associate Director of the FBI.
Because he was convicted with priors, and the court ran that offense consecutive to one another, so I believe that was paid church as well.
All right, and were victims' rights complied with?
Yes, Your Honor, they don't actually apply in this case because the victim wasn't in custody.
Okay. Ms. Mitchell, here can you stand on behalf of your client?
I certainly do, Judge. I think it's absolutely preposterous that we should send Mr. Lozano to prison for a consecutive term based on the facts of this case and based on the circumstances I'm going to tell you. Mr. Lozano is doing 18 years for very serious offense. He went to trial and he lost trial. That being said, this case, he popped another inmate in the face. while incarcerated, while he was having an argument with Kevin. Now, the pre-sentence report indicates that there's no word from that inmate. So there could be word from that inmate if they would have sent him a letter while he was in prison or got him here. The only reason we're here today, Judge, is because Mr. Lozano pleaded guilty to that offense. And it was common knowledge that that other inmate was not going to go forward with prosecution. I believe Ms. Lynn had a viable case because there was an actual independent witness that proved the assault. That being said, it's also important for you to know that the trial that he was attending, he was acquitted on June 1st, 2011, and Ms. Lynn was the prosecutor in that case. So I think we have a little bit of sour grapes here as well, because there are significant mitigating factors here that you should consider, and so that you should not give him a consecutive sentence. Can you excuse me just a moment? Okay. First of all, Mr. Lozano, although he has covered prior... Judge, may we approach?
Adam, could you come up for a second?
Did you just take something off the desk?
Oh, I apologize. I don't know what's going on, Judge. All I know is the deputy just took something from the podium. I think we need to recall it. I don't know where it was taken from. I didn't just get a letter from Mr. Lozano. Any of the letters I had, no.
All right. Actually, I think let's just put this on right. Go back to the podium. And just for the record, I'm going to be also addressing my deputy.
Judge, may I just say that any letters I received from Mr. Lozano, I've received through regular jail mail. I got here today to receive the sentencing. I showed him his pre-sentence report. I took out the staple. I showed it to all of these deputies. And I got the pre-sentence report back. If they just took any materials from my podium, I want to know what they are. Excuse me, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but this is the first time in 10 years of practicing law that this has ever happened to me. I want to know what they took, why they took it, and what's going on. I also obviously need to set this for mitigation hearing. We need to reset sentencing, and I want to know what was taken from him.
Deputy, can you give us any clue about, was something taken right off the podium in front of the defense counsel?
Okay, well, all of my materials in my legal file are work product. Any materials I have in my file are work product. If I'm being accused of any kind of wrongdoing, I want to know exactly what was taken, why it was taken without my permission.
Ms. Kuchak, I think you should just take a deep breath and calm down here a little bit, all right? I would like to hear from... So, you took something off of the council table, Deputy? I just want to know what's happening. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Handwritten letter that was taken out of the file. You don't get to do that.
All right. Well,
perhaps we need to reconvene elsewhere. I don't really want to make a show or production of it. It's really not my style, but I also want to make sure that there's no retaliation here against Mr. Lozano. And I want an investigation on what was taken from my family.
Okay, well, I do want to just say for the record that the deputies in my courtroom are responsible for courtroom security.
I agree.
And they have quite a lot of leeway to do what they think is necessary in a situation. Sitting here, I'm not sure what exactly is going on either. But maybe we can talk about this, as you said, in another location or another time.
When you say that anything in my file is work product, something from me, privileged information, never allowed to go into my things. I was searched on my way into this building. And if they had any questions as to the contents of my file, I'm certainly the best.
Y'all think I'm kidding these bitches, so...
Massive hail the size of golf balls, tennis balls, or even the size of a softball was reported in the Bay Area Tuesday afternoon as powerful thunderstorms tore through the region. Large hail reports first came with the arrival of the storm. Hailstones reaching the size of ping-pong balls and growing to reports of stones 2.5 to 3 inches in diameter that had about the size of tennis balls and baseballs. A Bay Area report reported a hailstone 4 inches in diameter, about the size of a softball or a grapefruit. While maximum winds are estimated at 140 miles per hour, this is based on debris. This takes into account the damage type and throwing distance of objects. This rating is considered major damage, and is only the second time in California history that such a tornado has been recorded. The last one was April 28, 1961 or 62 years ago. According to the National Weather Service Office Storm Survey, an EF3 tornado made its first touchdown at 5:59 p.m. and remained ashore until 6:19 p.m.
This was the jaw-dropping sight in Southern California, a tornado carving through the streets just a few miles outside downtown Los Angeles. A twister so powerful, it shredded roofs and tore apart metal fencing, the power of the storm's vortex on full display.